Hey, what's up, everybody? Ouija tapping in for another court chat. Today wanted to touch base on something rather interesting, and that is you are the matrix. More than likely, you're the thing that's holding you back from becoming a better version of yourself. So the question is, are you willing to let go of who you are and what you know to learn how to become better and reinvent yourself into who you want to be? The life that we're living right now is inauthentic and synthetic AF. The reason that there is a lot of unrest in people's spirits and people's soul right now, the life that we come from was rather difficult. It was based on nature, natural cycles, and things that we had to do as a community to overcome together. This strong independent mentality is great, but you still need a strong network and community of individuals around you. So, on that note, again, the matrix is here. The only way you can escape what's in front of you is to escape what's in here. You get to tell yourself what to do as much as your boss and the rest of society at large. It took me a while to understand these things. I was captivated in a spirit that wasn't conducive to the life that I wanted to live for myself. I was trapped in a savior mentality, not knowing that the person that I really needed to work on and save is right here. Been talking a lot with folks in regards to that, and what helped me heal personally on my journey, going back to my childhood, finding this monster of a kid, 8-year-old, that kind of already had his life plotted and planned out. The thing that was telling me he was angry at me because I was straying off course from what I wanted to do with my life. The thing that was keeping me safe, looking out for decisions that I was making for myself and those around me. As an 8-year-old child, I had made so many decisions on what I wanted my life to look like, and I'd taken up responsibilities that would allow me to put myself on a path towards the trajectory that I desired. And even through the course of letting myself down, I still achieved so much, calling myself trying to care for other people, but I'm forgetting somebody important. I'm forgetting this person inside of me that's frustrated, that has a voice that's trying to speak out, blowouts, frustration, getting into fights with my peers and whatnot. He's unhappy, he's disappointed in me. Letting myself go, letting myself be and take advantage of, allowing these things to happen to myself, he would have never let that one down. He would fight his best friend for it. But he would fight for that respect. He wanted to have those responsibilities. Looking at my life now and the sum total of the things that I've accomplished, it's as a result of this kid inside here. It's insane. And then going back to heal, understand choices that I made that allowed me to falter, understanding choices that I made that led to the downfall of relationships that I valued, understand choices that I made to step away from people that I valued, but still trying to go back. It's sad. So I was just talking to a gentleman in the gym. We were discussing about how the life, and you've heard me mention this before, the life that we're in isn't the life that I grew up in, it's not the life that our parents were accustomed to, and definitely not the life that our grandparents lived in. Again, life was survival based. You had to work together as a tight-knit community. Things are definitely better together. The strong independent mentality is great, but once you achieve that strength of independence, what you know ultimately, inherently, is that you need a stronger network of stronger independent people around you. It doesn't stop. You just have to better yourself so you can become better with better people. If you're all keeping each other from growing, you're going to stifle, and this is how we end up in this situation that we're in. There's a large pool of people in this world that aren't giving effort to themselves or anybody else around them. And again, in my mind, this is where this deep yearning for happiness is coming from. Because we're living artificial lives. It's not real. Likes, clicks, views, all that stuff, it's not real. What's real is outside. You can touch it, you can taste it, you can smell it, you can touch grass. You can feel the sun raining down on you. You can feel it activating your cells, getting vitamin D. I have an affinity for plants. I can watch and monitor that growth and development. I have children. I get to watch them grow and develop. I get to watch myself grow and develop. I take on hard tasks that might complicate my life in a manner of my choosing. But I get to do these things, not have to. That's another thing. You get to choose the life that you want to lead. It's up here. You don't have to you know that you don't have to do what your parents tell you to. And you know that some of the choices that you make might not be better for society as a whole. That's fine. Are you going to choose to do something that is though? Are you going to choose to take on tasks that might improve your life a little bit despite being difficult? Would you choose to risk becoming better even if it meant failing along the way? What did Michael Jordan say? The only reason he became a success is because he failed so many times. Talking to a gentleman, I was at a car wash. You know, he was talking about some family issues that he was going through. I could relate. I had that same mentality because I'm from a certain community. Let that stuff go, bro. Stop fighting to keep people in your life. Fight for the people that fight to be in your life. And then not only that, you should be fighting harder for your life than anybody else. You can't save everyone. People are responsible for their decisions as much as you are. Unless they're your children, you don't owe anybody anything. And you are responsible for your children. You chose to bring them into this world. Do your thing. You don't owe your parents really anything. Again, that's their responsibility. But in my community, we had it backwards. We want to pay everything back. You're supposed to pay it forward. They're supposed to have a plan for you. Maybe in the days of previous, again, when we're working to farm and sustain our lives, possibly. But even still, they already had these things in place that were going to provide you a fruitful life. It's cool to struggle together, but if you're not working as a team, you're struggling against each other. These are often what relationships aren't predicated on anymore. Especially if it's a family. You should be doing whatever it takes to keep your family solvent. And that should provide you not only happiness, but pride. That's weird to step away from that. What? Because you disagree with somebody that maybe you even chose to lead you. If not, why would you have this person's children? Always interesting to me. But that's neither here nor there. I'm blessed. I get to take advantage of these opportunities, and I get to function alongside the people that I have offspring with. My kids are amazing. You've heard me mention this many times. Again, as a child, what I wanted to be was a dad. What I'm learning to be is a better partner, a better father, a better tool for the greater society as a whole. Because the better I become, the better off I am for everybody around me. I was speaking with a gentleman today in regards to what he wanted his life to look like. He had his business all laid out and planned out. Then we got into discussing imagination and play. And then I was like, have you ever given that level of imaginative thought to what you wanted your life to look like, how you wanted your relationships to play out, what you wanted your intimate relationships to look like, what you wanted your parent-child relationships to look like, how you wanted your work-life balance, I guess, situation to look like. Then he started to express all these wonderful ideas about how he can move around. He has a capability of finding work here and there, and he can spend a couple years in these different locations, going through different experiences. I was like, wow, look at how happy you sound right now. That's amazing. I dare you to carry on that school of thought for your life, for your relationships, and not just be beholden to this idea of money. Revenue comes in many different forms. Resources are abundant in many different forms. The thing that always killed me the most, but now that I have it, it's undeniable. I am the resource. Generating other resources is easy. I'm the resource. Vibrant, exciting, willing to assist. I am a walking asset and a moving resource. I am these things. You want a couple bucks? Take it. Don't talk to me anymore. You need this, that, and the other? Take it. Tax write-off. I always had that mentality. I got attached to some people though. And that's okay, because I learned valuable lessons through those attachments as well. In a newfound self-belief. Again, I am the resource. Walking asset, moving resource, vibrant, exciting, willing to assist. My cup spills over in abundance. Joy, happiness, pain, sorrow, knowledge, wisdom. All of those things. I get to harness all of those things. And I get to present it in the best light ever. It took a lot to get to where I'm at as a human being. They weren't all good times. They were very difficult situations that I chose willingly. And I still continue to take on tasks and responsibility that may complicate my life in various ways. But I choose to do it so that I get to experience a life full, worth living. I challenge you to do the same. Take responsibility for your life. Put your chains on the track. Imagine what you want your life to look like and start making choices that are going to take you in the direction that you want to live. It's just that simple. Escape the matrix here and you can see the matrix there. They were talking about being the smartest person in the room. And I thought about this today because how big is your room? What room do you live in? My room is rather large. And I'll never be the smartest person in my room because I seek knowledge from other individuals that I know are smarter than me. In this modern age of convenient information, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're not looking hard enough. You're not seeking information, you're not seeking knowledge. It's everywhere, from people way smarter than yourself, way smarter than me. Take advantage of the things that this life has to offer, but don't succumb to the comforts. Don't succumb to the convenience. Talking to this gentleman again, he was talking about how he got a DUI, and this gal previously was having this conversation with me about why I live where I do. I'm like, man, this small town is awesome. Anywhere that I want to go, I'm with a walking distance of. You're probably like that in the city too. They're built on that. But you have this idea of convenience because you're in the city. Man, I grew up raising, riding, breaking horses, running around in fields, cutting weeds, no AC. You know what I'm saying? Humid, hot, 89 degrees, 85% humidity, crushing lungs. You open the front door and the air wraps around you and says, hi. I know what it's like. I know that this life that we're living in is sugar-coated. I'm glad that I have memories from before this, because it makes, I guess it's the pursuit of happiness for me. My pursuits, again, ebbs and flows. I get to experience the joy and the sadness. I don't cut myself off to that or narrow it down to just anger, emotion that I can process. I get anxiety sometimes, I'll process that. I get to do all of these things. You're capable of doing all these things if you choose to. You can go back and heal from some of those neglected moments from your childhood if you choose to acknowledge them, and then become better as a result. What do you want your relationships to look like? What do you want your life to look like? Who's responsible for your life? On that note, Ouija's out.